Hello and welcome to this week's episode, number 43 off the top of my head, of Damsels in Dicestress.
I just told him it was 43.
I am Lyndon Rufus Winters. These are my damsels. There we go.
We are in Dicestress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was weird. I have pastry in my teeth.
How exciting. Speaking of exciting news... No, I've got nothing. Shall we play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, please.
Cool.
Okay.
Intro. Welcome back. I'm cheery. Don't know about you guys. I'm ready to get stuck into another episode.
Do we look cherry to you?
Well, last week things happened. Can't do a catch up with everybody at the table. No, you'll just be able to lip read.
I'll let down.
Close
my eyes.
Everyone knows what happened. You haven't forgotten. It was good stuff. It was very sad, actually. But that's not where we'll be picking up, of course.
Can I?
Oh, yes.
Cool.
So, it's, funnily enough, around 11 o'clock. What are you doing at this time?
So if nobody else has required me, I finished breakfast, went back up to my room and wrote a letter to Mrs. Calvert. And I took quite a lot of time over it, I think. And I sealed it, I presume, as is polite in all Regency houses, that the guest rooms are equipped with letter writing equipment. So yeah.
Absolutely, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So I've done that basically, and I'm probably just finishing up.
Title of my sex tape. Okay. And as you're writing and sealing envelopes with wax seals and whatnot, the clock in the hallway begins to ding. And on the 11th ding exactly, there's a rat-a-tat-tat on the front door.
It's not my job to open
It is not your job.
So I have noticed it, finish up my letter quickly, and just wait, sort of tidying myself up a bit.
You can hear, someone answering the door. You can hear the sort of muffled voices. Can't quite pick up on what's being said. And you hear the sound of sharp heels on the wooden floorboards as somebody taps their way in to the hallway. And sounds like they're being shown into a particular room. Sounds like it's probably the drawing room, of course. Not long afterwards, there's a tap at your door. It's only me. Your maestro is here. That's not the word. Governess is here.
How wonderful. Might you show me down to her?
Yes, I would love to introduce you. I'm very excited. So yeah, you head down. The Viscount joins you as well. and the three of you are shown into your drawing room. Standing there beside the window, sort of looking out the window, she turns towards you. Is a woman with tightly tied back blonde hair, with a very sort of severe dark bonnet on, which she's in the process of undoing. She's wearing a dark blue dress with a collar up to her neck. It's quite an older fashion. The woman herself looks to be mid-40s, with a stern consternation, very prominent cheekbones, and red lips. And yeah, she turns towards you. Ah, this must be Rosalind.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Thorncroft, is it?
Yes, it is. The pleasure is also mine. If you gentlemen don't mind, I would love to get to know Rosalind a little privately without you. Yes, of course. Introductions are done. I wish you a pleasant afternoon of getting to know each other. I will let you know when it's time for me to leave.
Of course, thank you.
Not a problem. I wish you both good day.
And to you.
The Viscount waits for a moment.
Sorry, something's just thought, sorry. Carry on.
Okay, weirdo.
That was Taya, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yes, enjoy your afternoon. If you need anything, just ring and I'll... Yes.
Thank you, my lord.
I hope this is a pleasurable arrangement. He lets himself out, closes the door, leaves the two of you there. Well, shall we sit down and get to know one another, dear?
Of course.
Wonderful. She takes a chair out and holds it for you to sit down into.
Thank you.
And then sits, opposite. You are both then sitting in front of the not lit fireplace in these sort of, I don't know what you call them.
Armchairs?
Yeah, they're armchairs. I was trying to think of the actual name. I think they're whatever. Doesn't matter. They're tall-backed armchairs. She sits there with a tall, straight-posed back. Well, I have heard much about you, dear.
You have? From my fiancé or my brother?
Why, both, of course. They are both very proud of you.
That is always rather affirming to hear.
Good. I think we're going to get along splendidly.
I hope so. I'm quite grateful to the Viscount for arranging that I continue my education.
Good. And your education will continue in whichever direction you please. Tell me what interests you.
Oh. Well, I have received the foundation of an education in a great many things. I speak French and Italian, and I enjoy those languages.
Very good.
I speak a little Russian as well, although speak might not be as correct as butcher.
No, we won't have you putting yourself down, young lady.
Well...
Speak to me in your Russian.
And Rosalind will say,
Mm-hmm.
"Good morning, madam," in Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll to see how good it is?
Sure, with advantage.
Okay, I don't know in what. Performance?
Yeah, sure, make a performance.
Oh, well, not 20, so I just did a 27.
Mm-hmm. Your intonation was perfect.
Oh.
She says to you in Russian. So you continue this conversation in Russian.
Goodness, it is quite rare that I meet other ladies who speak Russian.
Well, I am very well travelled.
How fascinating.
Yes, very good. A love of languages.
And I, of course, have been taught dancing, which I am very fond of, and all manner of needlepoint activities. But I think I may require some more specialist training before I'm able to resume things of that sort.
Ah, yes, I had heard of your unfortunate injury.
Yes, it is quite unfortunate because I do really enjoy activities of that nature, but I am sure that I will be able to regain something of the skill I once had.
Yes, I have no doubt about it. I can see already that you are when you set your mind to something, you achieve it.
I hope so. I'm learning some music also. I sing, and I used to play the harp, which may not be on the cards anymore.
That may be a more difficult one to attack. But we shall see.
And an appropriate knowledge of history and
Is there any other type of knowledge of history?
Not particularly the history of England and my family, things of that nature.
I see. What languages are you desiring to learn next?
I'm not sure. I know it may sound rather odd. I know it is unconventional and perhaps not within your means, but I find myself more and more interested in the study of Latin as I've gotten older. My fiancé, of course, has a great many texts in Latin, and he is such a great and powerful man, and I often find myself wishing to keep up with him.
I see, the forbidden languages.
Well, of course I would not want to do anything improper.
Learning Latin in itself is considered improper for a young lady.
Yes, so forgive me, it was a silly thing to say.
So you are asking me to conduct some improper education for you?
No, goodness, I merely meant if that was...
What a shame.
I suppose some Spanish would come in useful.
Spanish, of course.
But I have heard much of your accomplishment with the young ladies of the men that my brother and my fiancé have spoken of at White, so
I do come highly recommended.
Yes. And as such, I trust you and the direction that you feel my education should take.
I see. Well, I am grateful for the trust that you put in me, and I shall endeavour not to disappoint you.
I'm sure you could not.
Yes, such a polite young lady.
Thank you.
Your manners are exemplary.
Thank you. So, what do you suppose we ought to begin with?
For now, I suggest we simply get to know one another, that I might better form an education most suited to your needs and desires.
That sounds wonderful.
What are your desires?
Well, of course, my engagement is quite new, and I should very much like to be a woman worthy of my title. I have been most flattered by the Viscount's interest in me, and I should like to live up to it, as I said. He has a great number of charitable engagements which I should like to become involved in. His work with orphanages I find most admirable, and I should like to play a part there if possible. I would like to do some good with my role in society.
Very good. So you seek to be able to walk among your betters in a way that will benefit both you and your husband-to-be.
Yes.
Very good. You are a wise young lady.
Thank you.
What are you guys up to?
Heading back through the streets.
Following Richard.
Okay. The streets are,
I'll be holding your hand.
yeah, quieter, more furtive. People move out of your way with Richard taking the lead. So to speak, he's not letting you out of his sight.
When you say people moving out their way, is it because they recognise me?
It's because they recognize him. And you're walking with purpose. And make your way back to the Velvet Masquerade. He puts a padlock on the gate as you walk through. And as you go through the front door, he closes it behind you. 3 bolts go across. He starts drawing the curtains. Wait here. I'm gonna go and speak to Madam.
Can I go to his room?
Of course.
Do you want me to come with you? Okay.
I'm gonna go to his... I know he has a sex room and a normal room.
The sex rooms are shared.
Oh, okay.
First come, first
Alright,
served.
okay. So I'll just go to his normal room, then go for his wardrobe and try and pick out the nicest clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And would I be right in saying that his copy of Evelina might be on his bedside table?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I picked that up then.
A little blue bookmark. He's about 2/3 of the way through. And as you're doing this, you hear a shout and a smash of glass. A high-pitched wail of sorts. That doesn't give it justice, but... And you think that Madam Beatrice has just been told. You start to hear other footsteps. People come to investigate. There are more shouts. There's tears, there's anger. And you sit in his room on his bed
Yeah, I don't know if I can move.
with his book in your hand.
I've got like his clothes, like
Mm-hmm.
like just in my arms like that. Just...
Is there any paper on... I'm assuming there's a desk.
In his room,
Yeah. I'm assuming there's like a table.
there's a table.
Is there paper and ink on it?
No.
I think I have paper in my bag. So if you're looking for that, you can have it.
I'm just gonna... Are you going to be okay if I just go to my room really quick? You can come with me if you want to.
I want to stay here.
I won't be a moment. I'm gonna run down to my room and I'm gonna get my own paper and ink
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll run back up and then I'll sit at the desk and I'm going to like write out a little
Mm-hmm.
thing.
As you do so, you push past other people coming up and down the stairs, but ignore them.
I'll like wait for it to dry and then I'll fold it up. And I'll just hold on to it.
Sad for him.
Yeah. Perhaps he can finish both of them.
I'll open up the book just to where the bookmark is. Let me
Put it in. I don't care what they say. We'll take him where he needs to go.
Madame Beatrice enters the room. Tears down her face, her makeup streaked down her cheeks. She just grabs you, holds you close.
I'll hold her back.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
It was them.
And they will pay dearly.
I've already shot one of them and don't care how long it takes me, but I'll get rid of every other one of them as well.
Will I just squeeze you?
Can I try and like leave the room without them noticing me?
Make a stealth check.
Rubbish. I don't know what my plus is.
Let me make perception.
I'm probably below your passive, to be honest, babe.
My passive is 15.
11.
Okay, I notice. Talia, where are you going?
I was just going to check on the others.
Alright.
Okay, you head out down the hallway. Everyone seems to have congregated at the bottom of the stairs. Everyone just sort of crying, talking. Some of the boys are angry, some of the girls are angry, others are just tearful, just not knowing what to do. Richard has laid out 3 different rifles at the front door that are all just leaning up against the wall, ready for him to use if he needs to. What are we gonna do? We just need to lock up and
We're going to
wait
marry
for
him.
What?
We're going to marry him.
Richard comes and puts a hand on your shoulder.
You don't have to.
We will. We will bury him.
We're going to bury him today.
Not today.
You're not going to be able to stop us, I'm afraid. I understand that it's not safe for you and it's not safe for anyone here, but they're not actually after us. And I think
You don't know
we're
that.
very capable.
No one here is bulletproof, not even you.
I know what she means.
She needs to be safe, you all do. And that's my job. We're going to bring in the favours, we're going to get men over. And we're going to put them down.
I told her we would bury him and that's what we're going to do.
We will, but it's not going to be today. It's not safe.
As I said, you don't have to come.
Talia, be reasonable.
I am doing what is best for my friend.
What's best for your friend is keeping her alive, along with everybody else.
There are things that are a lot worse than death. She won't be able to move on.
Very few people have a funeral the same day anyway. Just need 2. 3 days. Duna will look after him. And we need to sort out what's going on. Right now, if we leave, any one of us could be next.
I live with that every day.
Well, now the rest of us do as well.
I will do whatever she asks me to do. I appreciate your help, Richard, and I understand what you are trying to do. And if you would like to speak to her, or if Madam will speak to her, then perhaps things will change, but I will do anything that she asks of me.
Accept this.
I will do anything that Agatha asks of me.
They've pulled the trigger on a war. We have to see it through before it's safe.
This is not our war. We're already fighting a war.
It is now.
It is not.
It has been since the moment you dropped in.
And I will help in any way that I can, so long as I can help my friend. And I will do what she asks before I will do what anybody else does. There are not that many people in this world that I will care about. And I will do anything for her.
Then keep her safe.
You can convince her.
Come on. He'll lead you upstairs, back to Thomas's room. The 2 of you are sitting on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Madam, this is what you brought me here for. I know what we have to do. You're good at the politics, madam, but we're at war now. And we've got to see this through. And we've got to come out on top. And I think it's got to be tonight. Do we not allow a moment of ourselves to grieve? I'm a soldier, miss. We grieve afterwards. I love Thomas as much as anyone else here, but if we don't act now, and if we don't act fast, and if we don't act fucking hard, he won't be the last, and he might not still be the last anyway. But if we move now, we'll keep casualties at a minimum, and we'll fucking punish them. And we'll put this petty little war they have over this stupid fucking building behind us. Whatever it takes.
What is their problem with you?
We took their manor house because I wanted it. They were not pleased with a woman usurping their position. It was petty. It was a fun game for me, but this just breaks. Yes, it brings status, but I thought I could handle them. Did not think it would come to just outright murder. I just want to keep everybody safe. I want to keep you all safe. I am so sorry.
It's alright. I'm absolutely devastated, and I didn't even know him that long.
Oh, some things are just meant to be, you know? Love does not have time frames and words, it just is. And he had such the kindest of hearts.
He was so scared. I tried to make him run away, but he just stood there.
It is not your fault. There is only one person to blame. What do you suggest we do, Richard? We go to war. We lock down. We organise. I know plenty of guys that can. We've got the manpower. And we've got the reasons. Plenty of men will come. This could just be the spark that Ratcliffe's needed for some time anyway. I could get 30, 40 soldiers together. Good men. Men who like the Velvet Masquerade, men who like Thomas, men I've served with. Still have to pay them, but we've got the cash. And they'll do what's needed.
Are we joining this? Are we joining them?
You don't have to, but I do.
Then you have a decision to make on whether or not what sort of power you would like from us.
I have heard your talk. Is this what you need? Is this what you want? I cannot keep you safe if you join us.
It doesn't matter now.
No, you must find something to live for. In these moments, it is easy to let darkness overcome you and feel like nothing is worth anything anymore. Revenge is also very sweet, but it does not last. For tonight it will burn strong. Tomorrow you will wake again and you must find reasons to go on.
I don't know what my reasons are yet. But I just watched the man I love get shot in the neck. So I'll join the fight and I'll decide what I want later on. Once they're dead tomorrow in how long? I'll find it, but right now I just need them all gone.
And you? You have a coldness in you that scares me. Point is to keep them safe, but Lord knows, Talia can handle herself. We ain't all coming out of this alive tonight. I can't keep all of you safe.
You know that a lot more of them will come out alive if you have me.
We'll have that funeral tomorrow. I'd rather you were by my side tonight than doing God knows what under your own skin.
If that's the case, if for whatever reason I don't make it out tonight, I want you to put him in these clothes and I want you to bury this book with him.
We'll make it known.
Because if I come back as a ghost and I find that you haven't done that, I'm going to haunt you.
I'll believe you.
We have to decide if we're bringing another person in as well. I don't know how much we want to be public about us. If we're going for manpower alone, she is safer who knows where.
I think that's for her to decide.
Can you contact her?
I can try. I've got the sending stone in my bag. I had a question though. When was it that I contacted Rosalind? Was it last night or this morning?
It was.
Can't remember.
I think it was the evening.
So it has reset. Okay. I'm going to.
We need to work out what words you're going to say.
While you're working that out, you're having a delightful tea with your new governess. Rosalind, may I be perfectly honest with you?
Of course.
I would like you to be more honest with me. You have been a very polite and forthcoming young lady. Everything one would expect from such a noble-born woman with such a rich history. But I feel you're simply telling me what you wish me to hear. So I'm going to ask you again. What do you desire? Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Jesus Christ. Before I could roll insight on her.
You have many opportunities to roll insight on
I
her.
know, but I was going to do it like, thanks to her calling me by bullshit. I was going to. That's a 14. Oh, fuck me.
Tell her what you desire.
Are you serious?
Tell her what you desire.
Oh god, okay. Well, it's quite difficult because for most of my life it has been true that I have desired to be everything you just described and to be pleasing to others more so than to myself, but if I am to be honest, I just want to be free and safe somewhere and happy with. I just want be free of all of it. Am I aware, like, do I feel like that, like I've said that of my own volition?
I feel like we all have those times when you're talking to someone. I don't know why I just said that. Yeah.
Forgive me, madam. I don't know why I said any of that.
Shh, 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 shh. And she runs a nailed finger just over your lips. There. Wasn't that better?
Now can I roll insight on her, please?
Sure.
19.
There is a
Say what?
there is a smile on her lips that reveals so much, but you're just not sure what.
I needed a fucking 20. Okay. I'm very sorry.
Never apologize with me. Good girl. And at that moment, if you're ready,
Yeah.
25 words enter your head.
Jesus, what a time. What a time.
We've got it written down so you can
Yeah.
read it back.
I speak into the stone. There is a fight between Velvet and runners tonight. If you want to join, regardless of what exposure means, join us at the masquerade tonight.
Do you have to respond out loud for the sending stones?
No, can be in your head.
Do I have to respond now or can I respond at a different time?
No, it has to be immediate.
But I know they can't send me another response.
Mhm.
Oh!
So you reply now or not at all?
Yeah, I know, I'm going to reply. I just want to, like,
Mhm.
I'm just trying to work out what I'm saying.
You've got about 4 seconds.
Okay.
Reply now.
We'll try if possible. Not sure what will be. There are complications.
Now make a deception roll. I feel deception.
That's deception. I'm saying they're trying to pretend that's not happening in my head. Why is that the worst I've ever rolled for a Riz roll? 11.
11.
Oh god.
Reaction, I was expecting it to be in that one.
Yeah, but this is Rosalind.
I guess.
Oh god.
No, you're lucky. Very good. Well, where shall we begin your London education? I've heard you've already been to the theatre. Do you have a favourite opera, play?
I'm afraid my knowledge of such things is rather lacking. The Viscount was kind enough to take me to the opera, and we saw the Marriage of Figaro, which I did not really understand much, but I should certainly like to see some more.
I see.
If you think it would be beneficial for my education.
A recent play has come to London that I feel may interest you.
Oh.
It is called Faust, a Tragedy. Perhaps we will start there.
Do I know anything about what Faust is?
You decide.
Agatha does.
Okay, I'm gonna go with no. She's heard the title probably.
Okay. Roll. Yeah. Okay. Roll. I guess it's history.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I know everything. 22.
22. Okay.
I know everything in the
I know
world.
the whole play.
No, the whole play off by heart.
I've actually watched it several times before.
It came to Bloodlow once. I don't know why.
It is like
They performed it for
it's
us
like
in
a
our house.
6-hour-long play.
Um.
Really fucking long.
Yeah, it's a tragedy in
2 acts.
2 acts. Yeah, you've heard of it. It's been written about the last few times it came to London because it's a play about a man who
Wrote
makes.
about it in the repository.
Yeah, probably. It's a play. I mean, you know it, so I don't need to explain it. I suppose the audience.
Maybe for the
might not.
audience
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a play that involves a man selling his soul to the devil for riches and power and whatnot.
Giving my husband. Yeah. Cool.
I know this is irrelevant, but there's a line from the play when Mephistopheles says,
The crow.
he's like, a friend, and then Faustus like, no, a fool, and then Mephistopheles says, are they not the same? I love that line. That was very paraphrased.
Can I roll insight on her again just to see if she's I don't know, just if there's anything between
Sure.
the two of this play. I know it's audacious, but I might.
Magical
18. I'm rolling so well. It's just not well enough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a glint and amusement in her eyes.
Well, my fiance be joining us, do you suppose?
No. I think this will be an education for the two of us to get to know one another. And after all, do you not already spend all day indoors with your husband-to-be?
That is true. When do you suppose we are to go?
Well, the first performance is tomorrow night.
If possible, then yes, that sounds marvellous.
Excellent. I am sure you will make me proud. And that's where we'll bring this episode to an end.
What the
That's so
fuck?
quick.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Ah!
Why is Thomas dead and you're doing this to me? What the fuck?
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I guess for the viewers, like, we did not tell Taya what happened.
Yeah, I knew, but I still was holding out a hope for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I cried at the table as Taya, not as Rosalind, which was interesting.
Tune in next week to see
Imagine we
how
spent
this
that whole
goes.
Being like not saying anything about whether Thomas was dead or not, and he wasn't. And we were all just fucking with you the whole time.
That would be torturous and
That would be
evil.
so
Anyway,
weird.
I'm out.
Yeah, alright.
Alright,
Subscribe.
that's great.
Bye.